on the deck, but these ankle biter gnats were out. Made it for unpleasant experience. Didn't stay out there very long. Turn over to you, Perry. Yeah, and this is entering the second week, work week of my retirement, non-working week of my retirement here this morning, and life is good. W3MMR and the group AJ1G.
Yeah, good morning, Chris. AJ1G, W3MMR. Just turned the radio up. I was listening to a local sports radio show and hit the unmute button here on the SDR and heard the old man, so I figured I'd key up and say good morning to everyone. Just over on the bench cleaning up a Johnson matchbox that my father gave me yesterday. It's been sitting out in the barn for, God, probably 15 or 20 years. And needs a little TLC, but we're going to see if we can't get it going. But anyway, yeah, big signals this morning. Everybody's coming in real good here in Chester, Pennsylvania this morning. Good morning to you, Kevin, as well. Down there around Kentucky. And Chris, hopefully you're enjoying the retirement. I know we spoke, I heard you on Saturday on the old military radio net, or what was left of it. It was a rough morning on Saturday, but it's always good to get in there with you and everybody else on Saturday mornings as well. So I'll swing it down to you, Kevin. Good morning, and keep things moving around here. KK4GZQ in the group, W3MMR.
W3MMR with the group with K4JCP in Fort Walton Beach, also standing by. Good morning to Joe down there. And Joe, I'll turn it down to you. And you'll send it right back up to the top of the list. Well, if I can get it on frequency here. You'll send it back up to Frank, W2SDR. Frank, you sounded great that round. And no problem at all. You were real solid into both my receiver and the Radio Associates receiver. And Joe, we're using the WA1QIX Web SDR, which is under Radio Associates there in Massachusetts, and everybody's coming in real nice there. And looks like I'm making the receiver myself here as I've got it muted, but not super strong. Terry, great, a huge signal coming out of PA this morning. You're well over 20 over S9. You're approaching the 30 over mark. So you're really busting loose on the Web SDR receiver, and you're approaching 20 over at times. Just a lot of QSB in my own receive. So with that, let me get it on around. I'm using the Ranger this morning, D104, with an AL1200 amplifier, inverted J at about 62 feet there, cut for the band. So Joe, let me send it your way, and you'll send it up to Frank there in New Jersey. K4JCP to take it there in Fort Walton Beach, KK4GZQ in the group.
I think there's a breaker in there. In the last station, I can't hear. I got a word once now and again, but that was it. And I can't hear the breaker either. So I think it's getting kind of late for me, for you guys down south. So I'm going to sign out. I'm going to say 7-3, and we'll see you guys later. Good morning, Perry. I can hear you real good. I can hear Chris, but fellas down south, Kevin, I got a good copy on, but the station in Florida and the other guy that just broke in, I can't copy. So I'm going to sign out. 7-3 all the way around. Over to you, Chris. AJ1G in the group, W2SDR in southern New Jersey.
Yeah, okay, very good, Frank. W2SDR in the group, AJ1G. Yeah, my local SDR did it to me again. And it might be the computer itself, because I think I'm noticing it on Steve's signal as well, or Steve's receiver as well. It sounds like your voice pitch is lower, Frank. It probably affects everybody, but I notice it on you, and I just for comparison turned up the old Scott SLRM, and you sounded totally natural and normal on that, but you sounded like you were talking a little lower on the audio coming out of the iMac. I think it's a processing thing, because I've had it happen before. I do a computer reset, it'll probably fix it up. Very odd little artifact. And I did not copy Joe. I don't know, Joe, if you're copying me either locally or on an SDR. Good morning to you down there in Fort Walton. And I'm just going to hang out here pretty soon. I got to get Miss Diane up, my wife Diane. We got to get out and about and run some, had to head out for the morning on take care of some things. And she needs to get up pretty soon here, so I'll be getting her up. I just had a nice cup of coffee, went out on the deck, breathed the fresh air. Yeah, it's nice. And it really hasn't hit that I'm retired yet. I know I am. It's funny, I'm getting phone calls and texts from work buddies, and I always tell them, tell Dave, my supervisor, that I won't be in today. It's kind of like an ongoing running joke now. And tell Dave I won't be in today. And that's true of a lot of our retirees. When we have had our weekly group meetings, we'd talk about what's going on, and we'd always, they bring up the retirees. Oh, so-and-so's working on his deck or something like that. Which is exactly what I'm doing. I'm adding some shade to a pergola. We have a big L-shaped deck, and it catches way too much sun. It has a pergola on it, like a wood frame with beams and slats, but the slat spacing is very wide, so I'm adding in additional roofing, so to speak, 8-inch wide planks between like 2x2s, which were spaced about 16 inches apart. They really didn't provide much in the way of shade. And Diane she has a lot of orchids, and she puts them out during the summer, but they can get sunburned. So we're trying to help them out a little bit, and us too. It definitely will cool things down with the additional slats. I got about half of it done. Hopefully finish it up today, because tomorrow we're going to get rain. Tomorrow afternoon into Wednesday. I guess there's a big low off the coast that's coming up. It's not a hurricane per se, or maybe it's a low coming in from the west, but they're predicting a lot of rain and possible severe thunderstorms here tomorrow and tomorrow night. So let's see, I guess it goes down to Perry, W3MMR, and the group AJ1G.
Yeah, AJ1G W3MMR. I don't know why my darn foot pedal isn't working. The switch has got some dirty contacts in it, I think, and every once in a while before I would have to, stomp on it a few times, 3 or 4 times real fast to get the thing to start to work, and now it's not working at all. It's an old Heil foot switch I got at a Hamfest a couple years ago, and I think it's on its way out. I think it's time to retire it. But luckily with the SDR here, all I got to do is hit the space bar and it keys to the radio. Gotta love technology. But anyway, Kevin, the Ranger sounds great this morning, as always. And big signal there with the 1200 as well. It's always a pleasure to hear you. I listen to you guys almost every morning. You and Charlie and the other boys from down south there. When I'm sitting here drinking a coffee and reading the news here on the computer. But I don't normally key up because I'm not usually awake yet. It's funny, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning on the weekends, but when I don't have to work, or when I do work, I try to sleep in as much as I can until about 6 o'clock, until I get as much sleep as I can before I go to work, because this heat's been killing me. But luckily we're here coming toward the end of the summer, and things will start cooling down. It's 63 degrees out here this morning in Chester, Pennsylvania. Going up to, I think, the mid-80s. And it's supposed to be in the low 80s all week, so be happy about that. Some storms tomorrow. They're what they're calling for. But anyway, I did not hear Joe down there in Fort Walton Beach real well. Tried switching to the SDR, the QAX SDR, and Mike's K3FES SDR as well, and was still unable to copy you, Joe, so I apologize about that. But good morning to you, and I did not hear the other breaker either, but good morning to the breakers. There was one a few rounds ago. But anyway, we're going to say 73 as well. And got to get to work here. Start getting ready here in about 10 minutes or so. Clean up my tools from cleaning up this matchbox and get to the old salt mine. So anyway, have a great day, Chris and Joe, and we'll turn it back to you, Kevin. Have a great day as well. We'll talk to you fellas real soon. KK4GZQ in the group. Take care of W3MMR.
Okay, very good. Let me make sure I have it here. Okay, Terry. W3MMR with the group with W2SDR sign. Good morning to M4JCP. That was Art, Terry, that you heard there from Weston, Florida. And Art, I'll turn it to you pretty quick here so you can give 73 to Terry. And I'm pretty sure Frank is already gone. But it sounds like Chris may be in here for maybe a couple more rounds. I'm not sure. But band conditions should start deteriorating here before too long. Anyway, Terry, real good on everything. Big signal down here this morning. And okay on you listening to us every morning. Well, heck, you ought to pick up the mic every once in a while and say hello. And generally, either I'm just, I sit here these mornings sometimes and don't even, I'll just have to rest, You're sitting here about half coherent and go ahead and make transmissions, and sometimes you don't even remember what you said. Somebody else said, so that's the drawback to getting on here early in the morning. Anyway, let's see here. Let me get it down to back down to Art. And Terry, best 73 to you and to Frank. And I think AJ1G is in here for one more, Joe, when you get it. And Art, I noticed somehow that all the web SDRs, just the audio quit working on all of them. N4DKD, K3FEF there in Pennsylvania, and even the Radio Associates there in Massachusetts, which I'm using now. The audio disappeared, and they've got a piece on there that says if you're not getting audio that you can go to the Chrome autoplay policy and all that. And I never could find where it said no user gesture. I went down the list several times and finally got aggravated with it. But I had company stop by here on, I guess it was Saturday. It was Dan, KD4UMU, and he said one way around it. And I enjoyed visiting with Dan here at my place and met his wife. And we downloaded the stock, what's it called? another search engine, Art, Mozilla or Fox something anyway. I've got it downloaded now, and I have to go over to that and off of Google to be able to go into the web SDRs and for them to give me the audio that I need out of them. So if that makes sense, I had to download another search engine. N4JK to KK4GZQ in the group.